What's going on, everybody? Mortem here, this time bringing you a review of the Vespe Conspiracy DLC for Greedfall. Now, if you're interested in the base game of Greedfall, I have a review after 100% for it up on the channel. However, I would caution you that it is several years old and the quality of the video isn't amazing, though the content itself is still pretty solid. Now, you can pick up the Vespe Conspiracy for Greedfall for $7 right now on Steam. The game plus the DLC, the Gold Edition as they're calling it, is about $40 normally. It is half off at the moment though for the Steam Summer Sale. You can access the DLC content roughly halfway through the base game of Greedfall. This DLC in the Gold Edition also came with a next-gen upgrade as well, so if you are playing on PS5 or the new-gen Xboxes, you will be able to see a nice, like 4K upgrade, that kind of thing. It is, however, still compatible with the generation it released on, the previous gen now. But with that out of the way, let's dive into it. In terms of what this DLC actually adds to the game, it adds a fairly in-depth storyline, if you will, about the Vespe family. That is to say, a rival family of the Sardes and the Diorces, which are the family that you and your cousin are from, respectively. Basically, the Vespes have an unscrupulous reputation for being awful people, and they've come to the island of Tir after hearing that you are here, and you kind of get to involve yourself in the political scheming therein. Now, in addition to that storyline, the game comes with a new area of the island to explore, new enemy types, a sort of were-lion, who is probably the most appealing of those. Beyond that, it is a new type of human enemy, which will use new tactics to fight you with, but, it's a human enemy, so it's kind of boring. It also comes with new weapons, new armor sets, as well as new crafting options for the base game as well. Now, that is most of what there is to know about this particular DLC. The new enemy types, the new area, the crafting and everything, all pretty basic stuff. If you want new looks, new weapons, not a bad way to go. But in terms of why you might want to pick this up, there are two things that I would mention. One, the fact that this DLC exists. So if you're unaware, Greedfall is made by Spiders. Not literal spiders, that is the developer, Spiders. Now, Spiders is known for releasing a game and then moving on to the next one. This is actually the first DLC that they've released. And it was made purely because people wanted to play more Greedfall. So I commend them for listening to their audience and putting this DLC out at all. And secondly, the other, and probably bigger reason that you would want to pick up this DLC is the storyline. Now, personally, I enjoyed it. It does actually interact with your choices and things during the main campaign, depending on, what you did with each character, how much certain other factions like you versus how much they can trust the Vespe family, for instance, and there's a lot of political back and forth. So while the DLC itself largely plays out the same way, kind of regardless, seeing how the DLC interacted with, and thus kind of shortened or lengthened certain portions of it, depending on what you chose to do with factions earlier in the game, was, in my opinion, very interesting. So that combined with the fact that this DLC is only $7, yeah, I think it's definitely worth it myself. Because honestly, Greedfall was a great game, and more of it is hardly anything to complain about. So, there you go, guys, a quick review of the Vespe Conspiracy DLC and what it adds to the game. So if you enjoyed the video, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz. But regardless of any of that, truly, just thank you so much for watching. May you wander in wisdom, and have an amazing day.